Hello and welcome to the RPG. I don't know why I just flicked this head thing there. That's great. This is a setup for what today's gonna be like. Hello and welcome to the RPG Blender, where we give lesser played games or forgotten settings the roll the dice they deserve. I'm your host, Game Master George, thrilled to welcome you to the next chapter in our adventure. Our heroes have farmed out the job of finding the skull, but will they be so successful in the politic world they've been invited to? Find out as we explore a new land of power and ancient secrets in Exalted Regulations. Welcome to the RPG Blender. We give lesser played games and forgotten settings the roll of the dice they deserve. I am your host, Game Master George, and we are returning to the world of Exalted. Oh boy, let's get this going. Let's meet our cast, starting with Craig, and Craig is not here, sadly. Let's move to Greg. At least we have one egg.
Oh, I'm the first one. Oh, this is so hard. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I play Adramalik. He's a crazy person, and he's here to do some fun stuff in the city of Gem. Oh boy, excited.
Here to rob the city of Gem of all of its riches. We know how this goes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So, who would like to ask a question of Greg? Name. My brain. People, you don't understand, audience. I just started my paternity leave, so my life right now is a 4-month-old baby night and day. So my brain is fried. So anything could happen tonight. We'll see.
Yourself short. You also have a toddler.
I also have it. Yes, but he spends most of the day at school. So Greg / Adramalik / Sinus Nadala / whatever his third name will be. Who has a question?
So I have a question for Adramalik, or like Greg, I guess.
Hit me.
What do you think will happen when you limit break?
What will happen? I will probably attack somebody because lashing out in violence has solved things in the past. And given Adramalik's proclivity to assuming that they're superior to a lot of other people, and given things by divine right or whatever, what have you, they'll probably go berserk. Yeah, I don't know if there's any way around that, honestly.
Delightful, because he doesn't know what truly happens when you limit break, because it hasn't happened yet.
I don't know. George will tell me, and I will just be like, yeah, okay, that happens. That's basically what it's gonna be.
Let's just hope it doesn't happen tonight, shall we?
I very much hope.
Although that would be a great button for the episode. So if it's gonna happen, please time it for the last like 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
Cut
no
it.
problem.
Perfect.
All right. Ship
if you
it.
could stop acknowledging your name, I would just.
That will never happen. That is literally built into his character.
I know.
All right, and then we have Rich / Smiling Mountain / Naman Rakim. Go ahead and introduce yourself while I shut up.
Hey everybody, I'm Smiling Mountain. That's all I am now. Nobody calls me Rakim anymore.
Sorry about that.
Currently, Smiling Mountain is having a little bit of a crisis because he has never been so out in the open with his name. Also, we're in Realm Cities. It's gonna be fun. Also, had my first botch last night, so the character's bleeding into my actual roles.
Well, don't worry. Gem isn't a realm city, technically.
It is technically aligned with the realm and pays fealty to it, but it is so far away from the realm that it's token.
And we're also staying with my family, so also not a big deal.
That's the more important part.
Yeah, that not a big deal.
If anyone's ever gonna know you, it's them.
Yeah. Super cool. Super cool.
So who's got a question for Mountain / whatever other names we have?
Just Mountain.
Greg, you got a question? I see you panicking.
Think about.
That's me trying to think of a question. That's the panic on my face.
Just think about a question you would have asked someone in the world that you're currently doing a play for, and then just like put it into this.
Oh
okay.
Boy.
Okay. If the mountain were to ever limit break, what would they do?
I assume, I actually don't know, but I assume it's based on what your intimacy is when you're Solar. So my assumption would be is that anyone who I remotely thought, any system or any person that I thought remotely imposes itself on weaker people, I would probably destroy. And because it's a limit break, it's kind of inherently bad. So I'm gonna guess I don't get to pick and choose. So I'm like, prison, bad, castle, bad. So my assumption would be is anyone that I see is subjugating others, because I wouldn't have a way of knowing whether they were good or bad, and limit breaks are inherently bad. I would just be like, if there's any chance you are a cruel person or a cruel master, I probably am just going to smash your face in.
Probably another very bad one to have happen here, if you are correct, given that this place is ruled by someone whose literal name is, or title is, the Despot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, George, I'm not expecting to get very far, because so far I've gone very well about not letting limit breaks happen. So the only way I can do that is if I actually intervene. So if someone's like, time to beat my servant, I'm like, gotta beat you up, otherwise I go crazy and kill everybody. This has to happen.
You might want to stay away from the gem market.
Yeah, I don't know that yet, but I will.
All right, and that brings us to our recurring guest, Peter. Say hello, Peter / names.
Hi there, I'm Peter from Sponsored by Nobody. I'm playing Ragara Royale, the Eclipse of the group. Who has a question for me?
I have a question for you.
Rich
He actually knows the answer, so
I know, that's what I want to know. So my question is, does Sparrow ever feel like a fraud living the life that he lives now?
I mean, not really. I don't think he cared about that. He's pretending to be something that he's not, because if he was honest with what he was, he'd be hunted down and killed and won't be able to live in the way that he wants to live. So it's like, well, if lying is the cost of me being able to enjoy my life in luxury and being able to be my element, actually do stuff, then well, that's the cost I'm paying here.
All right, good answer.
okay. And here we go. Who's got a question for me?
Nobody?
I
Do it, Peter.
Am I off the hook?
Questions? No.
Okay.
I have questions.
Will the reincarnation of our Zenith make an appearance in this game?
What the?
It's possible. It is possible. The reincarnation of your Zenith may be out there doing things right now, and whether it interacts with you depends very much upon what you do. I'm not going to force the interaction, but it is out there.
Perfect.
All right. So then, previously on Exalted, you all arrived at the city of Gem, making your way into this mountain city, literally built into a dormant or extinct volcano. You made your way to the market, hoping to what's the right way to say this? Get the services of a mercenary while pretending that you are not something that should be murdered and whatnot, while going to live while you stay here with, well, Smiling Mountain's family, as he said.
Yep.
Yes. You did, however, manage to hire the services of mercenaries who do believe that they will be able to find the item that you are looking for, which is described as a large sarcophagus, large enough to fit something 15 feet in length. They believe that they should be able to thoroughly comb this vicinity within about 2 weeks. So with any luck, assuming that what you seek is here, you should find it within the next 2 weeks. Your meeting was then adjourned, at which point you received 2 letters inviting you to dinner. One from the local representatives of House Naman, and one from the despot himself. Both for dinner this morning. Right. Because you sleep during the day, awake at night. I continue to mess that up. Don't you worry.
It's hard.
It is really
tricky.
hard. And that is where we left off, with you deciding how exactly you're going to handle this. I believe the idea last time was that you were going to go to the representatives of House Naman and hopefully arrange to have the meeting earlier.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that was the original plan.
That was the plan, yeah.
Yep.
If we only had Dirham, we were planning to split the party, but...
Dirham has, you see Lore off to the side. Lore did not join you for your meeting with the mercenary captain, but now she approaches, walks up to Dirham and taps him and whispers something in his ear. Diran then gives his apologies to you and assures you that he will return as soon as possible, but he has some work he needs to attend to. And then he goes off with Lore, that built-in exit.
Perfect. Well, that's good.
Well, we also do have lore.
That's still good. Not disappointed about that.
Don't need any hearts eaten.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very true.
Well, if only could have lore where the face of mountains could attend both meetings at the same time.
She would need to eat my heart.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
Technically, there are other means, but we might not know it.
I don't know that. I just think they have to eat people, which is why they horrify me.
Yeah.
Truly horrify me. Okay.
Horrify you. Yeah, you would play one of them in a moment.
Oh, as Mountain. Let's just be extra clear.
Rich is
I would
not horrified.
absolutely play one. I would love to play one. And I
Well,
would
don't you
eat so
think,
many
Mountain will survive getting his heart ripped out? That's just hard. You don't need that many of them.
Many.
No. Mountain is just strong. He is not tanky. Mountain is just strong. All right, so yeah, let's make our way, see if we can have the meeting early. I mean, they're the one who requested us, so if we show up early, all the better, unless they want to try and entertain us. And
Unless they're already in a meeting, I guess. Oh, sorry, we're in character.
Look at that seamless transition.
Oh, sorry.
Mark
I'm
of a good
stressed about
actor.
this. I'm so stressed about it.
Well, what's the worst? They say no, we can't have the meeting right now, and then we have to split up. And if we have to split up, then I will just go by myself to the despot, and you two can go and do the other meeting.
Oh, no. I'm not letting you go visit the despot by yourself.
Why?
He's way too cool to be visited by just one person.
That's fair.
Definitely. You'll need backup.
I
Oh,
one of us
that
is
too.
up to-
I mean, I can help with that, the backup, but mostly I really would like to meet him.
I don't think it's going to be a good meeting. Anyway, all right. So let's just go through the agenda one more time. Let us pretend that it has not been mere moments since we last talked about this. We need to go to the day market, right?
Mhm.
At some point.
Well,
But we
sounds like
can't
all
have
good.
our guard accompany us.
Yes, but we do need to go there to just. I don't remember why, but I remember we had to go to the day market.
Well, they
feel
may
stuff?
have more illicit materials, and it's possible that they would have the know-how to locate the head of the inheritor of the Five
undead.
Hearts of
Right,
Vengeance.
right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Just making sure. All right, but that's a problem for the daytime. Let's focus on the night.
Oh, this is so
Mhm.
much fun. I always was a bit of a night hawk. I always loved being out at the night, but this is, getting to be on the town with you two. This is going to be good fun.
Nothing will go wrong.
Sure. Yeah, I smile and give you a clap on the back. I'm like, all right, well, let's go on our adventure. Yes.
I give you a curt nod and I smile and I scratch Uba on my shoulder, and I'm ready to go.
All right.
Let's go then.
And you make your way over to the market itself. The market is currently well active. There are people selling just about anything you could desire. However, what you are seeking right now is an area where House Naman is currently selling or doing other work on items of arcane nature. You make your way over there and you see that there are quite a few stalls actually selling unusual items, or at least items that claim to have unusual properties. But it is not hard for you to find the ones that are being sold by, or they're being dealt with by House Naman, as they have proudly and prominently displayed their name.
Their houseman and so on, yeah.
Oh, that's very typical of them.
I mean, if you have a name, might as well show it.
Oh, yes, very true.
So, I guess we make our way in.
Okay. You make your way over to their area. Let's see. Do they recognize you right up front, Mountain? Because they know you, they have your name, they know your company.
I'm a
You
giant.
are very distinctive,
Yeah.
and you've not taken steps to disguise yourself, correct?
No. 'Cause
Okay.
I botched my other role, so even just wrapping the headscarf around my head, I stopped doing that. I was like,
Okay.
stop.
Roll me your essence.
You got it.
Let's do it.
Oh,
First roll
cool.
of the session.
Resonance 3 now?
Yeah.
Checking.
Feels terrible, doesn't it?
5, 3, 10. So that's 2 successes.
That is 2 successes. Okay. As you approach the stall vendor, or rather the proprietor up front, who is manning the more out front items, looks in your direction. Oh, yes, thank you for coming, sir. We have plenty of you. You are, right, you are Mountain of the Summit, yes?
That is correct. I'm going to give him a big smile.
Pleasure to see you. We were not expecting you until later, but please, it's a pleasure to have you. Are you looking for anything in particular? Is there anything I can help you find?
We were hoping to find a bit of an earlier meeting with you. You're...
Well, you or your house matriarch, patriarch, whoever's in this area. Who has sent the letter, I guess?
Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
We're looking for people from Nemondaro.
Mm-hmm.
How's that?
I had
yes.
that name written down. I was like, what is that?
I'm afraid they are engaged in business at the moment.
Well, we
working
won't
out-
be too long. I mean, we can just talk to them, have our meeting, and then they can return to that business, yes?
Or,
No.
Yeah, and I put my hand on his shoulder, like to show we're already going. Or if we could just request, we can make our way around the market, enjoy the goods and what have you. But if you could see if we could meet a bit earlier, this would be very good. I took your meeting to heart, and I wanted to give your house the respect it deserves by meeting with you tonight. I was simultaneously, though, invited to speak with the ruler of the city, so I wanted to make sure that I did meet with you beforehand.
Okay, you can give me a charisma presence roll.
You got it.
Do it up.
As Mountain is talking to this person, is not a commoner, right?
This person is not a
I
commoner.
figured he wasn't. I have bonuses for commoners, and I figured he was not that. Mountain will make it a point to stand up a little bit straighter to look like a little bit more regal, but also his face and tone has much more of like a softness to it, where it's like, hey, I do want to help you with whatever it is that you need help with. Not really knowing if this person has that, but that's obviously the body language that I'm trying to convey to this person.
I'm sorry, but you've imposed yourself on us.
Yeah, I sure did. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, and we're going to do a little pump. We're going to give it a 3 pump. And do I get any stuntage?
You can have a 2-dot stunt
Nice,
Man.
nice.
because this will be a nice, easy answer.
What?
Huh?
What was that? What?
Not as good as I would have wanted for a pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no 10s.
No 10s. Oh
No
my
10s.
God! Is that the first time you've never rolled?
I'm not even kidding you. I think this is the
Wow.
first time I've rolled that many dice and not gotten 10s. I brought
Wow.
something icky back with the contentious sword.
I was gonna say there was that 28 die roll that got you 2 successes over there.
I
So.
know.
Yeah, that was unreal.
All right. Your total was what? 6?
6 plus the 1 from the 2 dot, but yes.
Yes. Well, if you have a prior engagement with the despot, then I completely understand. I will bring your requests to the Mondaro, and we will see if we can push forward the meeting slightly. If we cannot push it forward, would an early breakfast tomorrow sit well with you?
Absolutely. Again, I am humbled by your invitation and wish to engage with you as quickly as possible.
Of course. Yeah, please make yourself comfortable. Enjoy the market. If you are looking for anything in particular, I can certainly direct you. Otherwise, I will send a servant to find you when I receive a response.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.
I think the one item I'd be currently looking for is some exotic magical materials. I'm not sure whether you could have something like that in this market.
How exotic are we talking?
Star metal.
Oh, well, let's see if this guy knows what star metal is.
I don't.
Me neither.
Someone here, red lore.
Ooh.
No, Laura's not in the scene. Laura's
Come on, man.
Laura's gone. She's with.
Yeah.
He took your 10s, I see. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh,
Or yes, depending.
well,
Yeah, that's true.
you are looking for some very special materials, I see. How much are you looking for? Do you have a particular project in mind?
Well, I was thinking about maybe getting some cloaks spun out of that metal itself. So, I was actually sure, because the idea was to, if we have the tapestry, maybe if we patch it up and make it bigger with something compatible with Fate, which would be probably star metal, that might, help repair it. So I'm not sure how much
Sorry, what tapestry are you talking about?
No, I'm just talking to you.
Yeah.
George,
So,
giving me a heart attack.
So yeah, we're thinking about spinning a large sheet out of it.
Spin a large sheet. Oh, that would require not an insignificant amount, and also someone of particularly capable ability to do such a thing.
Oh, I assure you, our ability far succeeds anyone else.
Well,
I give
should
him a
you
wink.
find that it doesn't, I'm sure we have our own artisans here who might be able to assist you in such.
That could help too. I mean, you could give us their names. Not that we'd need them. Perhaps it would be useful to have on file.
But it is also good to know that you have people that are capable of such a thing. Is it yourself?
I can't disclose that information. But I mean, we could talk later. I say, and then I walk away immediately.
I look so confused during this, just because I have no manipulation. Mountain looks so. I'm like, do we do?
Well, we may have some small amount that we could show you, but as you no doubt no, this is not something that we could simply keep out on the street here. We would need to arrange a private showing for you to come see what we have and see if it meets your specifications.
Certainly, I guess I'd like to that arranged.
Excellent. I will see that arranged as well, and when our servant is coming to you with that message, we'll also come with a time, unless you have a particular time you would desire.
Well, I think at the moment we're busy in the morning, and that's our current engagement.
All right. Look forward to doing business with you.
Likewise.
Is there anything else I can direct you toward?
I think that's it.
Do you want to get another pet friend for Uba?
I'm not there anymore. I left the conversation.
I, as Mountain, didn't notice. I look around and I'm like, oh, I just assume people are around me until I look.
That's fair.
No, thank you very much. You've been very helpful.
Of course. And he goes back to his work.
Also, guys, how do we kill the time now?
I mean, I'm just gonna say that I wander around until we get.
I'll rejoin, but I'll be down to search the markets.
Yeah, I feel like me and Adramalik, because we have resource, we're probably looking for trade potential here, so we can probably try and look for some decent avenues for that.
Yeah, I think Adramalik wanted to trade with some silk, which is one of the commodities that's owned by one of the houses here. Maybe it would be good to approach the house to be someone you supply in bulk, and they can deal with the lowdown trading.
I love that idea. And you could be my vassal and speak on my behalf, because you were so helpful and instrumental in helping us, develop that trade route up north. So this could be quite prosperous.
Okay. All right. So you're going off to try and find Spices and Silks. Spices is House Asana, and Silks is House Moran.
Boran, not Moran.
Moran.
Oh, Boran.
Boran.
Oh, it is
Moran.
Moran.
It was both of them, just depending on which thing you were trying to sell. Okay. Asana Silks, Moran Spices. Okay. So you are seeking now House Asana to try to ply your silks, or are you going for House Moran for your spices?
Whatever I have from Mahalanka, which I believe was silks. It was the fabrics that they had up there that I was selling. So that's what I'll go for.
Oh, a spice is just a little bit of extra fluff to
Yeah, I think I had some food from their markets that I bought, but I mean, I don't know, that food isn't spices. I don't think it'll hold that long. I think it was just to eat on the trip.
Okay. So you wander through the market at this point, looking for the district where they are dealing with clothing and other similar materials.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take very long. It's a fairly sizable section of the market. Most of it is taken up with very lightweight fabrics, very flowing and loose materials. And you see on every stall, you see a little sigil that is carved into the wood or stamped into the clay, whatever it might be, whatever the stall might be made of, which is it is the image of what looks like a bolt of cloth with a pile of a bag of a purse, like a coin purse, chained around it.
Oh, cool. That's a nice logo.
It's a good house sigil for your trade house.
Yeah. Adramalik will be like, I think this is the place. Shall we?
Certainly. Would you like to take the lead?
Please, by all means. I mean, I can introduce myself, and I'll say that you speak for me on my behalf, of course. I'll only, add some details about the merchandise, as I'm a bit more familiar with it than you. But I would prefer if you do the logistical talking. I'm not quite as adept at that sort of thing.
Sure thing. So let's head in.
Okay. Go into the door.
Well, this is not one building. This is an entire section. So basically, this stamp indicates that this stall is permitted to do business as they are paying the appropriate taxes or tithes to House Asana. So,
okay. So I guess we could just walk up to that person and ask them where we could find the leadership, because they would have to know, because they would have to pay them, right?
Their patrons / the House Asana in general.
Why don't we ask them, see if they can point us in the right direction?
By all means.
Okay, you approach the nearest stall.
Yeah.
All right, the nearest stall, you find that it is actually, I'm going to do this. This nearest stall is actually someone selling footwear, silken footwear.
Ooh, fancy.
Manning the booth, a middle-aged woman with graying hair. She's a little heavy set as she looks around with a clearly weathered gaze. She's seen it all. She knows all the tricks that people might pull, or, well, she thought she did before she met you.
Oh boy. Hello there. We're looking to do business with House Asana. Would you happen to know where we could meet them? And I slip her some money, right away.
Cutting right to the chase.
That's how you do it.
I mean,
Nice.
How much money do you slip?
Money in thing. How about the shekel, which is that collection of obols, jade stuff? Yeah.
All right. She looks at the money. I think aren't there rules for bribing in this game?
Yes, there is a social influence for making someone do something, and so on, so on. It's like, it's not intimacy. I use leverage in the form of money.
But is this a bribe? This is more like a tip.
Yeah, it's
This
not
is if you're doing anything
right.
illegal. Like, I feel like bribes are.
You're
that's
asking her to
illegal.
help a competitor get in business.
We're leaving, but we're leaving.
No, we're not selling shoes. No one would. No, George, no.
Not yet. Now I kind of want to.
No one sells shoes. Yeah, she doesn't know that.
She looks down at the coin. She looks up at you. She gives you a hard glance. Let's get that roll. This would definitely be manipulation. That manipulation presence. I'm sure it's just as good as charisma.
Yeah. Okay, well, what's the resolve, first of all?
Oh, yeah. Her resolve is 4. It's a pretty good resolve.
So, yeah,
As I said, she's seen it all.
She does not care how pretty you are at all.
No, she's still gonna die, I think.
Okay.
I think you have 5, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know how attractive you were. My apologies.
He's beautiful. Almost he's as beautiful as Deer.
We're so beautiful.
Except he has the words to back it up.
It's true.
Yeah. 6 successes.
6 successes. Okay. She looks at you. She looks you in the eye, but her eyes, you see, keep flicking down to the coin, and her hand just ever so slowly drifts over it and slides it off the desk and into her pocket.
Nice.
Oh, you're looking for House Asana, are you? Very well. What's the business you're looking to do?
We're hoping to supply them with silks to sell to the market.
Oh, well, that could be of interest to me as well. Do you have any samples of this silk? Before I send you on your way, it wouldn't hurt for me to take a look.
Adramalik's wearing some of the garb.
Am I going to cut that up?
I laugh.
If you insist, and he begins undressing.
How pretty are you?
I'm pretty pretty, but
we're not comparatively.
Not like Craig pretty. Not like
what is your
Deerham
appearance?
pretty. My appearance is. Let me scroll down. Where is that? 4.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not a 5 out of 5. Again, I'm not a Craig, but I'm not a Deerham, but I'm pretty attractive.
So she looks at you appreciatively for a moment as you start to do that, but not quite as much as she was looking at Sparrow, it's fine. It looks like good material. Yes, if you're going to want to do that kind of business, you'll need to get the permits, of course. So, and she steps out in front of her stall. Her hand just ever so slightly lazily drifts over and brushes up against Sparrow. You'll want to, brings the hand up on his shoulder. You'll want to go that way, right down the way as far. You see that little stall down there that's selling the cloaks? Once you reach that, you're going to go ahead and make a right. Following the little side tunnel, it will take you, trust me, it looks a little sketchy, but if you follow it, it's going to open up significantly, and you'll find their base there.
Can I roll to believe her? Or
Yeah,
not?
I was just gonna say the same thing.
I have charms for this. Like, I'm literally looking at my charms. I'm like, I actually have things.
Do you actually have things?
Motive discerning technique, yeah.
Okay, then what does it do? Do you know what it does?
Supplements, read intentions, actions, applying double nines to the rule of the Solar's roll. So that's it.
Okay, go ahead and give me your read intentions roll.
Which is perception and socialize, right?
Yeah.
I thought so. Just double checking. All right, so that's 4, that's 5.
Told you, my brain is fried. Everything's gonna take a second guess.
All right, perfect. And we're pumping a little bit. Just through so it's known. I should have stunted beforehand.
Those post-roll stunts.
Post-roll stunts. I got 2 10s, a 7, a 7, and an 8, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 successes.
Good freaking gosh.
No 9s, because why would there be any?
Of course. Classic Mountain.
So you read her, you're watching her motions, you're watching what she does. She clearly sized up that little purse that Sparrow pulled out when he was dishing out that coin, or when he was dishing out the money. And you can tell when she brushed the hand against him and then putting it on his shoulder, she wasn't trying to pickpocket him or anything, but she was gauging just how responsive he would be to those light touches, perhaps to signal someone down the line as to whether this is an easy mark or not. Now, as far as the directions that she's giving you, she seems like she is being forthright about where you're going. However, it may not be the most direct route.
Mountain, now having just smiled a bit behind his friends, will now just move forward past them like a little bit, like put his hand on their shoulders and move past them and just crouches down in his normal way.
How pretty are you?
I'm above average pretty, but in this group I'm basically Quasimodo with my 3 attractiveness.
So as you push forward, pushing the other 2 out of the way, there's a moment of disappointment that crosses her face.
I'm literally blocking the view of the pretty ones, some beautiful ones.
Can I help you with something, big boy?
Honored elder, we are new to this city, and it is a fresh experience for us. I want to make sure that I don't break anything as I move through tight alleyways. Sometimes when people accidentally touch my things and I move this way or that way, I can slam them into walls accidentally. So tight alleyways tend to not be good for people around me. Is there any more direct route that we could take where someone unintentionally brushing against me would not accidentally get hurt?
Intimidate.
Yeah. Now, with
I'm trying to be nice about it because I'm just.
It's a nice intimidate. Yeah, it was. Really,
it was. That's why I'm torn between charisma and manipulation, because you're very much going for the innuendo route, the suggestion, which leads me to feel like it should be manipulation. But yeah, I'll give you the charisma. I think it's a toss up.
I appreciate it because I was trying to be like, hey, I know you're gonna get us robbed, but I didn't want to do socialize. So I'll split the difference because I'm not good at the so it's charisma and intimidate, which I actually don't have a lot of.
So,
what is intimidate?
No, presence, I'm pretty sure.
Charisma presence, yeah.
Oh, okay, then I'm actually okay.
No, you're good at that. Yeah, he made it the thing you're good at.
There are so many skills in this system, and there's like 2 for social stuff.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
But there's also performance.
Yes, there is performance
and
linguistics, which are very.
1, 2. Okay, that is much better. And okay, wow. Is it number of successes or number of dice that succeed?
What
for a botch?
I mean, 10.
The rule that we're using is that if the number of ones that you get exceeds the number of successes.
Total successes. So
Yes, because that is more interesting than just if you get no successes.
perfect. Okay, because we got 4 1s and 3 10s, but yeah,
That's okay. Yeah. That's,
Wow.
Yeah,
So 6
it
successes.
was a very
one or the other.
yeah, everything was great or not great. So that is a total of 6, unless I got any stuntage in there. And then it's 7.
You can have a 2-dot stunt for
Then
that.
it's 7. I'm not going to re-roll any dice, but that at least pushes it up to 7.
Okay. As you crouch down, it's clear that her little levity is masking a little bit of insecurity as this huge figure is then crouching down and now spouting some slightly intimidating.
And not about her.
Words.
I don't want to hurt other people.
Mhm.
I'm not going to beat up an old lady, but anyone in that alley, you know.
Well, I guess that with someone of your size, yes, I suppose you wouldn't really fit too well down there. If you head a little ways past that cloak shop, all the way, it's roughly, I would say, a quarter of a mile down. You'll find that they have another building that's theirs, which connects back to that back area.
Thank you very much, Honored Elder.
Pleasure to be of assistance, she says through gritted teeth.
I was going to try and get this lady a franchise. I love this lady. And then she tried to rob somebody.
So cool.
Gem, never change. So, okay, let's go then.
We move on.
All right.
Let's go to get helped.
So I'm assuming you're going the second route.
I don't want to fight right now. I feel like we're gonna have to fight a lot in this city anyway. I want to really mitigate.
Once one starts breaking those bones, it won't stop.
Yeah. As soon as it starts, it's never gonna end.
Okay. So you make your way down. It's a significant walk, whether her estimate of the length is accurate or not. It's not hard to tell what the building is. Whereas the other ones have the insignia stamped or carved into the wood. Here you see 2 stone carvings of pillar-like structures, and on them carved very large. On each of them is that insignia.
This looks like the place, certainly. After you.
It looks more important than before.
There are no stalls set up out front of this. This looks like just a building.
Yeah.
Or, well, it looks like as much of a building as you would have in an underground cavern. It's like carved into the wall to look like the front of a building, but you know what I mean.
Functionally.
Yes.
Let's go in.
Follow him in.
Okay. You just walk in.
Yep.
Unless my
there's no one
master of many
outside, right?
manners tells me not to.
Unless there's someone up front.
There is not someone up front. Your mastery of manners, that just automatically tells you if you shouldn't just walk into somebody's house.
It makes sure that I'm behaving appropriately. It literally says, just let me read the whole thing because I never read the second half of anything.
It's
There you
true.
go. There you go. There you go.
Eliminates all penalties incurred from unfamiliarity with culture's expectations and group dynamics, and prevents the character from committing major faux pas.
Yeah, that would probably count. This doesn't appear to be the same sort of just walk-in shop. This is either some kind of private establishment or it is meant for a select clientele. So you would more likely knock at the door or send a servant to arrange for a meeting.
Perfect. Then very quickly, I just
As I'm
reach out.
walking in.
I just reach out and I just
Oh.
very gently grab my friends by the shoulder and I say, "We should knock."
Okay. Very well.
So I'm sure Sparrow's spider senses were tingling right before he got.
I was about to do a Cusco and go, boom, baby. Oh, yeah,
Now you're
let's
the
do-
Adramalik.
Oh, we needed a balancing factor. We got the 2 straight men. Now we'll have the 2 wild cards.
Oh no!
Yes, balance.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I guess let's go knocking.
Hello. Is anyone in there?
That's Adramalik. After you knock on the door, Adramalik knocks on the door.
Yep.
After Adramalik knocks on the door, there is a momentary pause and then you say, "Hello, is anybody in there?" Yes, that's what you said. Yes.
Yep.
You hear footsteps approaching the door. It then slowly opens up, and you see a young woman in very brightly colored and flowing silks. Her hair tied back in a very immaculate bun at the back of her head. She looks at each one of you in turn with an appraising eye. What are each of your guiles?
Oh no. Why
Good.
Why would you ask that?
Very bad. How do you
George.
calculate guile in case it's not on here? But if it is on here, then I'll know
It should be on.
That's manipulation.
Social pools. Guile is 1.
Half.
Manipulation 2 plus socialize divided by 2. I have 0 socialize and I have 2 manipulation. So my
I
guile
think
is
you round
1.
up, so 2. Is it? Yeah.
Guile?
I'll pump a bit, and that's 10, unless there's an exile, which is in case it's 11.
We're on a lot casting Atemi as guile and stuff.
Let me see.
I mean, it's right on the front page. If you go to the Chronicle, your guile is 4.
Is it?
And other marks, yeah.
Okay, well I'm guile 4. And I don't know what she's testing for, right? Like I don't know.
Well,
You can tell that she's appraising.
You can always pump reflexively, even if you're not aware of something.
Okay, well there we go. You know what? Then I will pump it up to a 5, a whole 20%.
Nice.
Because it costs 2 to pump it up
Huge.
by 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 5. I'm not trying to spend too much.
Okay. Who was at the front? Adramalik was at the front.
Unfortunately, me. Yeah.
Followed by who?
Sparrow.
I guess I'll be second and Monty can be third.
And then Large. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and what was your guile,
1.
Sparrow?
Theorem is 4. Oh, 5, because we pumped it. Greg is 1, and I'm 10 or 11.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. All right. She looks at Adramalik first. A little quirk to her eyebrow as her eyes pass over to Sparrow and then to Mountain, giving no signs of any kind of interpretation, at least not out. Can I help you?
Yes, we are here on a matter of business. Is there someone we can discuss it with inside?
There surely is. What business do you seek?
Trade.
Well, this is the market, so I would assume such.
You're very keen.
If you're seeking to buy something, however, you would probably head down to that side.
Oh, no, not buying. Selling. And not selling just once, but setting up more of an arrangement with the lovely people here.
Trade around. Is what he's looking to say.
That's the word.
I say, and I point back right at Mountain without breaking eye contact.
That was a very strange way of getting about that, but okay, I understand. What exactly do you seek to trade?
The finest silks from Mahalanka.
Okay. She reaches behind herself. She pulls out a small scroll, a quill. She opens it up. She's looking at things. She's looking at...
Is Mahalanka illegal? Whatever. That doesn't matter.
We're about to find out.
I believe that you would be able to meet with Katala to discuss this. I believe she has some availability next week, a week from tomorrow.
Cool.
Will that work with your schedule?
Oh, yes, I plan on being in the city for about 2 weeks or so, and then we'll be moving northwards. But yes, next week, that could work.
Excellent. I will pencil you in. Nope, that's not a word that they would use. I will write you in for 2 hours past sunset.
Very well.
Very well.
If only I took me your speeder wheels.
I look back at
I do
useless
say,
Sparrow.
do you
Like,
need
did
our
I do a
name?
good job? Like, I give him a look like, eh?
That's how you do business. Not a problem. Yeah.
Anything else?
Do you need our name?
Your names, please.
Yeah, we were going to come back in a week and a day, and nothing was going on.
That's exactly what was going to happen.
My name is Adramalik.
And I gesture to my compatriots to introduce themselves.
Ragara Royale.
Smiling Mountain.
He's usually a lot more smiling.
She
So,
takes,
I mean, I'm always grinning a little bit, but right now, it's...
she takes the quill and clearly, very begrudgingly, just marks some notes.
look forward to doing business with you.
I'm sure you do.
I feel like I'm being patronized. Am I being patronized?
No, why would you think that?
You're a big, strong boy. Let's go. And you're so handsome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you next week.
Yes, me as well. Yes, thank you.
Biggest, most forced smile on her face.
Oh, before we go, do you take mercenary contracts for defensive trade routes?
Give me a charisma presence.
You got it.
Because you are large,
I'm large.
and she did not successfully appraise you.
Wow.
Nice.
That's why. Okay. So
She's a normal person.
I don't
Normal
know.
people don't throw 20 dice at things.
You have to keep in mind. I don't know nothing.
Well, that's their loss, you know. Their fault.
Wow. Okay. This was I hate when I get good rolls for rolls like this. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes. Yeah, I had 3 failed dice in that. It's useless.
Well, yes, we do have some need for mercenaries occasionally for trade routes. Are you hiring yourself out? You look capable.
I am always happy to hire myself out as well. I am part of my own mercenary band, but I also do have a fairly large elite band that will be in about 2 weeks. But this could also be discussed during that meeting if you just wanted to make notes, just that way I don't feel like I'm hijacking.
Well, if you are seeking to bring that business forward, then I believe we might be able to squeeze you a little bit earlier. Good mercenary work is always in demand. And in particular, right now, we have a few shipments that will be going out within the next few days. So if you have the desire to travel and the forces that you say, will you be down in the mercenary grounds?
I am staying at, and I give her the location I'm staying. If you wish to send me any letters, however, my force is still. I think my force is still 12 days out, right?
Yes, your force is still.
My forces are still about 12 days out to the north, so I wouldn't be able to take any large contracts for now. However, if you had more private settings that you just wanted someone to be large, imposing, and very protective in, I could also work on that.
She deflates slightly, losing a little bit of interest. I see. Well, if your company is not even here yet, I assume you do you even have the proper authorization to sell your mercenary services here?
I imagine it was something that we could talk about at a meeting.
Not with us.
Well, who would we have to speak with then? Was the despot?
I put my hand out. It's probably going to be the meeting that we are having later today. Yes, with the despot.
The name? Let me just get the name, because you did well enough on your role that she does kind of want to be able to do business with you in the future. Well, I'm sure, yes, if you're having a meeting later, I'm sure it's with the right people. But I would suggest heading down to the mercenary market to make sure that everything is well arranged for you. And I hope that you will have it all arranged by the meeting a week from tomorrow.
Perfect. And I appreciate your guidance in this. It's not something I will forget.
Yes, thank you so much. What was your name again?
Oh, you're taking on the Craig role, I see.
They call me Wiesel.
Well, it was wonderful working with you, Wiesel. Until we meet again.
She gives a curt nod of acknowledgement. Her smile still forced, but not quite as much as before. It's mercenaries are worth their weight in gold, Jim.
And mine are actually really good.
Nice. You brought the actual thing they want.
It's ironic because I also wanted to do trade here, but it seems like they've got enough of what they want. They're like, we literally mine gems.
Yeah, I was going to say,
it.
guys, but like, the desert heats a lot, and I got some pretty dope silks. They're from a rainforest, okay? They absorb moisture and they hold that moisture. Okay?
What I was saying before, it's like, is that illegal?
Nice
Are you like the equivalent of being like, I got these really great North Korean, like, and it's like, no, don't.
Yeah. Hey, business is business, right? They don't care where it comes from.
Like, on one hand, that's an alpha, but on the other hand, the guild does business with everyone. So, who cares where those silks come from if you have them? Like,
they're just rare silk.
If they feel good, if they're nice, that's all that matters.
All right.
I mean, how immoral is this in comparison to selling people to the fair folk to drain their soul and then buy those soul drain people back to work on the fields and so on, slave labor?
I don't know if that's happening. I don't know that's happening, but that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it sounds pretty awful. It's not as bad as that. Definitely not as bad as that.
All stuff you could do here in Gem.
Oh no! I can't learn about any of this.
Gem gets destroyed in every Exalted campaign.
No.
All right, so
Just have to hold out 12 days.
what do you do?
I feel like now we should just fade to future.
That's our meeting. Yeah,
right?
until we get to our meeting with the despot.
Dan, unless we want to go to the mercenary groups and start
Oh,
Getting
like
your
we need to get our
papers in
papers.
order.
You should
oh
get our
yeah,
papers.
let's do that. That makes sense. We go do that, but it's really easy, so we don't have to do any rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if it works.
Well, with Royal around, it's almost like that.
Actually, that's true. You're a bureaucracy boy, so you actually probably
Yeah.
help us.
Now, one thing I will mention is that they were expecting you to be in the market.
Oh, right. So we should tell them we're going to go to Mercenary and then come back. So we'll do that as we stop by.
Okay.
We're going to say, hey, we're going to the Mercenary District, and then we'll come back. But we'll check in after we're finished anyway, just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way over to the Mercenary District after informing the House Naman representative that you will be there instead of here, having finished your shopping. You make your way over there, and so what exactly is your goal here?
To get my license or whatever I need to do. I don't actually understand what's happening. Like that's
So
that's
so within Gem, this was I think Dear somewhat explained this last time. Within Gem, every single industry, every single bit of trade is controlled by a specific house.
Oh.
So every house or every monopoly is given by the despot to one of the houses within Gem. So like House Asana controls the silk and other fabrics, there is someone who controls the mercenary.
So we go there.
Yep.
Assuming we know who that is.
So for the mercenaries themselves, yes, it does generally go through the despot, but there are still there are avenues that you can go through right now in order to begin the process.
Okay.
So
If you
we'll
so
at least
choose.
spend the time to do that. So at least get the paperwork started.
Okay, so you make your way over to the mercenary market. Where are you heading exactly? Are you trying to find someone in charge of the entire thing? Are you trying to get information from people that you were working with that you just hired?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
Just
I
to go
think we
back
can-
to the house
Yeah.
and say, hey, where do I get a license?
Well, we can go to the Katak store here, or the mercenary house that's in the market,
Yeah.
where someone is, and then they know us already, so they'll be able to direct us, I guess.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way back to the Kathak mercenary shack.
Back shack. Yeah.
Sure, the Kathak shack. That sounds good. I make your way back to the Kathak shack. And because you're already dealing with them, they are perfectly happy to inform you that if you are seeking to begin plying your mercenary wares, you would the group that would give you said permission will of course be the despot. However, if you could display some of your prowess, it might help with getting your name out there and showing that you actually have the might to back up your claims.
Display our prowess.
I mean, you're not part of my mercenary. I mean,
That
wait,
is-
I mean,
I think.
are there fighting pits? Is that what you're getting at, George?
What I'm getting at is that if you look around the mercenary market, you see in basically every stall, they are displaying their specialties. You see them sparring with each other. You see them standing in heroic poses, looking intimidating. You see them occasionally two nearby mercenary companies. You see them engaging in some mock combat with each other to test and see who is going to be able to impress the current bidder most.
Yes.
So maybe we should take Mountain and have him challenge those people, like, oh, you don't look so tough. Let's see how tough
Why?
you are.
I'm a nice boy.
And we have
Well,
to. This is part of the
it's
business
sparring.
here. We have. It's
I
not.
don't
You're
wanna-
actually
I
going
don't
to
want to
hurt
spar.
them.
We have engagements tonight.
But
I'm
this
going
is
to
a-
get all cut up and stuff, and then I'm going
No,
to
it's
have
not
blood.
going to take too long.
It's not. Look. As much.
This
It
is to
costs
pass
as
the
much to dress
time.
poor men as it costs to dress me. They're going to mess me up.
No. What? You think they're going to be able to touch
Look, I'll
you?
just lift up a big rock or something.
I mean, that I'm okay for that too. That's a good fallback. But I think a little bit of sparring could really
But also, we can
showcase.
do this later. We don't need to do it now. I wanted to get a license. I don't care if people think I'm great.
I mean, this is,
And I turn to the escort group of like mercenaries we have.
this is like how we get noticed to get that license, right? Is to do this. Yes, yes.
If you want to get the most lucrative contracts, then yes.
Okay. Is there anywhere they're doing construction here?
You want to get a rock to lift up? I mean, we're in a mountain. You could
No,
probably,
I don't want to break anything.
You can do some excavation.
No, I literally I have a charm that makes it so I could pretty much punch a tunnel. Yeah. So the question is how nutty do I probably shouldn't go that nutty.
There is not currently any construction going on here. This is a very large and open,
an already
space.
Well-built area, I'm sure.
This is this is pretty much the second most important area of the markets in Gem. So
okay. So what I'm going to do then is I look for a large cart full of like weapons or something that you would need like a large animal to just pull.
You just go for a Yetim or something, pick that up, like, oh, look.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet for a Yetim.
okay.
What's he getting?
It's a large pack animal they use for caravans.
But that's too easy. A Lietten would be lighter than this.
Okay. I mean, this is a mercenary encampment. You see trains of weapons everywhere. You see people constantly working on repairing weapons, and the sounds of hammers on anvils are constantly ringing throughout this large open space.
All right, awesome. I'm going to try and get a cart, and I'm gonna fill it with as much heavy things as I possibly, things that are like very clearly heavy, like swords, training spears, things of that nature, things that people can look at and know, like, yeah, this is.
Well, I just need to be clear here. This stuff all belongs to people.
Can't just grab it.
We're family.
You could take on this in Kathak to, like, lend you out this thing to.
Yeah, can I borrow this for like 10 minutes?
Maybe a couple hours.
Sure, why not?
No, I'm not going to do this for.
This will be interesting to see as he pulls out his equivalent of popcorn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get just like a cart full of incredibly heavy metal objects. I am then going to lift up the cart and put it on my shoulders and walk through the literally through the market with it on my shoulders.
Okay. I will take a strength athletics check.
You got it.
Can I follow him around and be like, check out incredible feats of might from the leader of the summit?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and as I do, I'm gonna be
Smiling
like,
Mountain. Each of his mercenaries as strong as him.
That's not true. Nope, not even. Nope.
Actually, what is your strength?
My strength is 5 for this because it is a feat of strength. 3 plus I am going to use my strength charm, which gives me another 3. So my strength right now is an 11 for intense purposes of this.
Yeah. Make the roll.
You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, and then athletics, which is 5. So we'll roll 1. And as I'm going down the streets, I'm trying to make it look effortless. Like I'm not trying to like grunt or anything like that. And I don't know how realistic that is I don't know how heavy this is. I lifted up a city gate. So my skew of what's actually possible is kind of like off.
Well, do you guys for like
Look at
feats
him,
of strength?
not even grimacing. He's smiling. He's smiling the whole time. He's smiling Mountain, the leader of Summit.
And I am going to be like, basically my whole thing is like, with us at your back, your goods are safe atop the mountain, atop the summit, higher summit, etc. So there's a little bit of marketing behind this. Not a lot, but it's there.
So, is this a social role? Because I have something.
I feel like it's athletic first, and then it's probably
it's athletics first, and then depending on how well he does will depend on how well you would need to do on said social role to.
Oh my god!
Build up the crowd.
This is so.
Because I have a mood-inducing music where when I play something to induce some emotion or things like boosting trade or what have you, then it adds my assets as a penalty or a bonus to social roles to align with that. Okay. So I have something to show off this feats of strength and show
assuming
how
he succeeds.
Well, I only failed on 5 of those rolls.
Well, it's probably
1,
good then,
2,
but let's
3.
find out.
So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 with 2 10s is 12.
That is definitely sufficient.
Nice.
Okay. So, yep, you begin lifting. What do you do? Bench pressing it, or are you actually carrying it above your head?
What does the roll say? I wanted to just put it on my back and then hold the wheels and kind of just literally walk with this cart like on my back,
okay.
Just kind of through the streets, because it's also got to be a little realistic. Even if let's imagine I was strong enough to balance this on a pinky, someone's going to be like, something is definitely fucking wrong. You should not be able to do that. least
I'll
with it
see
on my
that
back,
about it.
there is a sense of like, this is amazing, but I am
believable.
huge.
Believable, yeah.
Before you actually complete it, anybody who would like to can give me an intelligence lore roll.
Oh no. This isn't believable. No one can do this.
Uh-oh.
Possible.
I could have done this without technically doing the
So
pub
what's
thing.
the intelligence lore for?
Oh,
The intelligence lore is for a what is it? Local legal local legal codes.
Am I not allowed to transport weapons?
Local
on my back?
legalities.
oh
So would that
no.
be bureaucracy?
Bureaucracy, yes.
Perfect.
I rolled a 1 and a 10. So 2 successes.
Nice.
Oof. Okay. 2 successes. How? This is a pretty specific and obscure.
Am I technically an invading force right now?
No, that's not what this is about. Okay. Nope. Everything seems in order. Everything seems fine.
And I don't have any chance to do
Awesome.
anything like that.
I mean, you could make that roll if you'd like.
But it's bureaucracy, you said, isn't it?
It's knowledge.
Bureaucracy.
It's what?
Bureaucracy and
bureaucracy.
intelligence? I literally can't make it.
I can't either.
Yeah.
Well then.
De'Aaron was saying he might be able to make it, but I absolutely cannot make it. I do, however, have the don't commit faux pas thing.
Yeah, that's also present, but
No, that wouldn't. This isn't.
If this is a gotcha law and not a faux pas, then that's different.
Yeah, this is a law that exists, but it's not like a social thing. It's more of a gotcha thing.
Then we're
Okay.
walking into it. We're stepping right on this, mine.
Okay.
Maybe we're not allowed to announce ourselves before we talk to the despot. That would be my guess, but
technically
Well,
we're
that would be a
soliciting
social-
something
Oh,
maybe.
gotcha.
That would be more of a faux pas.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you lift it effortlessly, or as much effort as you would like to Ooh, no. There we go. This is where that performance is going to come in.
Uh-oh. Ooh, this is so hard.
Yes, that's exactly right. Making it look hard, because it is not hard for you right now.
Oh, no.
Difficulty of this is a strength 7 feet. Actually, this is actually fairly difficult for you.
Which makes sense. So I'm trying to make it look easier because I'm actually struggling as I walk. So that's what we're doing.
They have some really strange
I'm into
ideas of things. Apparently, it is easier to punch through the wooden gate of a fortress or to raise a locked portcullis by hand than it is to pull a wagon through a sand trap.
Sure. I mean, maybe the sand, it like sucks you like that. That could.
It's more of a. I'll say it's more of a sustain check. You might need much more sustained strength to continue it. Like it's easy to kind of whipcord
burst. Yeah, burst of strength. Yeah.
I would say that this weighs. This probably weighs more or less than a boulder.
Yeah, easily.
Well, what do we? Well, no.
Oh, probably more because I put a bunch on there. Like I filled the cart, and it's not a boulder is made of stone. This is made of metal, so I'd say it's like a boulder and a half.
And you rolled a 12?
Yeah.
Oh, then in that case, if that's how much you did, when you go to lift it, you are not able to do so.
Did you
lifting a boulder requires
cool stuff? Did you give me?
Yes,
cool
you can have a two. You can have a.
I didn't get any extra successes, so it's only 13. So if that doesn't do it, I don't do it.
Lifting a boulder. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you because lifting a boulder with one hand is a 13.
Oh, it's
so
with one
I'm gonna
hand.
say with.
I'm doing it with 2.
Exactly. So I'm gonna give you it right there because you're using both hands. Now, how would you like to actually present this? Do you want this to appear that it is a difficult task? In which case, you don't need a performance check because it's pretty difficult.
I did it. No, I'm trying to like speak as if like I'm doing this effortlessly, which is why we're like, oh, we do this for hours. I'm like, I'm not trying to do this for hours. This is a 5-minute walk. So I'm trying to look, even though it's impressive for me doing it at all, I want it to look a little more impressive. So I don't want to be like the entire time, you know?
Okay, so whoever is doing the hype roll for them, hyping up the crowd, great. That is going to be a charisma presence roll.
Oh crap! I'm so bad at this.
You can either stunt it, or you can take whatever his charisma performance is as your benefit. So you can choose either the assist rules or your stunt.
Oh, what would you prefer, Rich?
What do you want to do? Because you're technically giving me stuff because you're hyping up.
Yeah, but I don't know how. I mean, I have 2 charisma and 2 presence. So if I get, do I get any stuntage for my hyping?
You are the one who's making the final roll. He would be assisting you.
Oh, I'm assisting. Yeah, wait. I'm assisting him?
Yep. Your performance when you were attempting to lift it is assisting him hyping you up. Assisting. 4 harm.
I could do it, but I only have 4 dice, so it's so I only assist you with 4. I actually have poor performance.
Oh.
And it's funny because I was
I
thinking
think
about taking
Regara
it.
Royale might have something to assist you all here.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, if you guys want me to be doing this thing, I have 10
probably be
days
really good.
plus so many charms to this.
You should probably do it.
Okay, so I guess boost me and I'll
try
do the actual thing.
4 dice, 3 successes.
I'll allow both of you to attempt the assist, Adramal, because you were also doing it, and whoever gets the higher amount of successes will be the one that actually provides the assist.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
3.
Because I am not going to be a ton of help, but I'll try my best.
And you got how many successes there, Mountain?
3.
3. Okay. So you're either getting 3 dice or whatever Adramalic rolls.
It's not good. It's not good. Can I stunt on this or no? Is that not possible?
No, because it's for stunt for him, so we can't stunt.
Okay.
It's a
We
stunt
don't need the
replacement.
endless stunt loop.
Yeah. We were
Can I
kind
stunt
enough
for
to,
the
we were
stunt, for the
kind
stunt,
enough
for
to
the stunt?
have a.
All right. I also got a 3, so big choice.
Okay, 3 extra dice. Not that
we're just
Regara
helping.
Royale really needs it.
Okay.
We're about to get arrested anyway, so
What?
wasting all these good rolls now is tragic.
Okay, let me see how much I have. So I have 10 baseline, I have something about 3 to 13. Let's see, 16. Yeah, I don't think I need to add much more to this. I guess I'll add my threefold magnetic ardor, which means that my appearance bonus versus resolve turns to automatic successes instead of bonuses to whoever's receiving that, and I'll just roll my 16 dice here. That's 7 successes.
Okay. With 7 successes, how do you hype him up? What do you do?
I've always that hyping out that this is the mountain, the leader of the summit. He's such a mighty war hero, and so on. And his men are just as mighty as him, and so on, so on. And
okay. All right. The crowd is obviously impressed by this feat. At the moment when you lift the cart, there are audible gasps from a few members of the audience. And then you put it on your back and you actually start to walk with it. No matter how hard it looks, there are more people who are just floored by the fact that you were doing this.
Nice.
I guess a bunch of people have an intimacy of all towards the mountain. Something like that.
Perhaps.
You're instilling intimacies, my God.
I mean, that's how this works technically, but
Yes, that is.
That's
all right.
super cool. All right, but I don't do that for long because it's not realistic. But I literally just try and walk, like I try and do a loop and then bring it back to the camp because they're just letting me borrow it. So
You do a loop like the entire mercenary market?
no, God no.
Yes.
Because I don't think I can go around. I don't think I can do.
Yes.
I don't think I can do the whole mercenary market in 5 minutes. So whatever a 5-minute loop is, I walk 2 minutes in one direction and 2 minutes back.
that's
Okay.
still impressive.
All right. You put it down. There's applause from the people around you as it crashes to the ground. I'm assuming you don't drop it like
No, I'm
a
not trying to
deadlifter.
fucking break it, no, which is probably actually harder because most deadlifters you
Very
lift things
hard.
hard. So now I'm like,
See,
now
if you
there's
take a
no way
knee-
for me to perform, make this not look hard.
Mhm.
So now, as I slowly let it roll off my back, that's definitely not as pretty because I just decided to do this on a whim.
Hey, you hear some people in the crowd as they're applauding and then walking away. Oh, the summit. Impressive. I'm gonna have to remember them to find them out. One person comes up. Are you currently selling your wares? Where are you? What do you got? Is it just you? Summit? Are they all like you?
No, but
Yes.
I
They're
wish
all-
I've trained the majority of my men, but no, they are not all like me.
They've studied under him for a long time.
They are to
He's the best of them.
Yes.
I can currently do work probably in the next few days, and my company is booked up until a few weeks from now.
Permit pending.
Permit pending. I let you interject with that.
Permit pending? Indeed. And another gentleman walks out of the crowd. He looks a little bit more well-dressed, more on the upper crust of society. Walks up to you, looks you up and down. May we walk?
We certainly may, and I will walk with him because he seems like he has an air of importance. And if I say no, it's probably gonna bite me in the ass.
He places a hand upon you and guides you, gesturing toward what looks like a small side alley that leads off of the mercenary market.
Cool. If this guy wants to mug me, I mean,
And stop.
good luck.
You just saw all of that
I don't
happen.
think it's that. I think this guy's gonna exploit me. So I'm using my keen social awareness.
Do you all follow, or do you allow Mountain to go off with this strange individual?
I assume they're following me.
Why would we not follow? Yeah, we're all together. Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah.
Unless he motions like,
Please, this is a private conversation.
Your retainers will be joining us.
Anything that you tell me, they will know shortly. So it is fine.
Very well. Leads you into the side passage. Looks to make sure there's nobody approaching from either direction. Now, you are new to the city, I assume? Yes?
That is correct.
Well, it was quite an impressive feat, I must say. You're certainly a strong individual. And what aspect are you?
What aspect of fighter? Like a polearm
No,
fighter?
he's asking if I'm Earth. Anything like that. Technically, I could have done what I did with just Thu in athletics. Technically, but it wouldn't have been easy. I don't pretend to be an aspect, and I'm not glowing or anything like that. So I'm trying to, I as Mountain, I'm trying to like, but I'm also not manipulative, so I wouldn't lie. Say, I was born under the mountain, so it's just gifted with its gifts.
What does Thu give you? Thu gives you +3.
Yeah.
And so +3. Yeah, you could technically.
I could have technically done it. It is not impossible. However, being like, I think you're an aspect is totally within reason, but it's harder for me to lie about being an aspect than not.
So you you are not blessed in any way?
Not in any way that I am selling.
Well, that's perfect. As you know, it is of course illegal for any of, shall we say, less accepted abilities to ply their wares within the mercenary market, either buying or selling. And I'm sure that you would know that if you were to be so blessed, you would do well to do your business in the sun. Yes?
If I ever discover that I can move rocks and things or the air with my mind, I will keep this in mind.
Oh, should you be blessed by one of the dragons, then by all means ply your wares here, and please display them for the people. But we cannot have.
He knows what I. I'm
no,
like,
he does not know, but he certainly suspects that there's something.
Think
when
I'm
you
a dragon.
didn't say that, when you didn't say what you were,
I get you. No,
the hint, the strong hint.
No, it's fair because I'm trying not to talk about it. It's I'm into it.
Yes, so you would if you were to be such a kind, of course, the Sun Market welcomes all sorts.
Well, if you have any sort of business that would operate under such a premise, we are actually...
Why, never! Of course not, sir! I deal with reputable people here in the mercenary market. I would never deign to visit the Sun Market. Wink, wink.
Well, if there's anywhere in particular that you could tell me I shouldn't go, then
You definitely should not wait for the sun to rise and then make your way above from that corridor, pointing down a little ways. Definitely not. Be sure to avoid that, sir.
I appreciate your advice, my friend. I hope to be doing a very reputable business with you shortly. And I'll give him a nod.
He gives a bow and walks away.
Well, that's nice. We made the friend from the sun times. Also, I hope you guys have charms about the sun, because that's probably going to be really shitty.
Oh, I don't do well in the sun. I'm rather pasty, and
Thank you so much for taking the time to enjoy our show, and a big thank you to our generous patrons, Bubble Dirt, Nova Phoenix, The Pyahoo, and Red Comet. It's great to have you back after our short break. Come back next week or join our Patreon, where the next episode is live now. Meanwhile, don't forget to check out our tutorials and video plays on YouTube at The RPG Blender. We've dropped a few during this break, so go check them out. And if you want to stay up to date on our releases, you can join our Discord or find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or your podcast app of choice. Music is The Punk Rock Show by My Free Mickey. Copyright 2012, licensed under Creative Commons Attribution License. Thank you again, and remember, there's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms. I just need to find the name of the right people.
You have a permission from a different house.
Oh boy.
So everybody does something different.
I get permission from the sun, and I knock it through the mountain.
Hero.
Yeah, there's no sun here. There's no permission.
Well, with that attitude, just punch upwards.
There you go. There you go.
Did you just do the one punch sound?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it when you were like, hero. I was like,
Hero.
because my son's 4 and he sings it constantly.
Power. That's our power.
Yeah, he'll go, a Joe, a toe, go Joe, and then he'll like run at me and stuff. He doesn't do the second part. He just does the first part. I didn't know what he was doing at first. I was like, what are you saying? And then like, I heard it and I was like, oh, that's what you're doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's fun to watch different things with him. He did punch a kid in the face a week after school after watching that. So honestly, it was a good lesson. We were like, he actually did that because of Knuckles, though. I don't blame One Punch. They were playing Sonic and Knuckles. And yeah, he was just like, I'm Knuckles, and was just punching forward, and then the kid was like, I'm Sonic, and ran into his hands.
That's
like, yeah, we were like, you guys got to be careful. Like, if you make your hands into a fist, they could hurt people. So maybe just pretend. Like maybe just put spaghetti hands on people and pretend it's a fist. I don't know.
That works. That's a good solution.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a total accident.